Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for April 19th, 2025. First, we're following developments in U.S.-Russia relations, where American businesses are considering investing in Russia's lucrative energy market, including projects in the Arctic and nuclear sectors. While proponents argue this collaboration could yield economic benefits for both countries, critics warn it may compromise American interests and bolster Russia's economic position. Next, we have an update on a contentious case involving the deportation of Venezuelan nationals under an 18th century wartime law. The U.S. Supreme Court has ordered the Trump administration to pause the deportation of these individuals, accused of being members of a notorious gang, citing concerns over due process rights and fairness. Lastly, in international news, we're monitoring negotiations between the U.S. and Russia on potential energy cooperation, including joint projects in the Arctic and nuclear sectors. As always, we'll continue to provide updates on these stories as more information becomes available. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. We'll be back with more news and analysis soon. And remember, if you have thoughts on any of these stories, please share them with us on social media or by commenting below. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developments in U.S.-Vatican relations, where Vice President Vance met with Vatican officials to discuss international issues, including immigration and ongoing conflicts around the world. The meeting was described as cordial, with an exchange of opinions on the current global situation. We'll continue to monitor how this dialogue evolves, particularly given the complex geopolitical landscape. In another story, we've been reporting on the U.S. efforts to end the war in Ukraine, with the Vatican reaffirming Kiev's right to territorial integrity and calling for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. This development comes as the U.S. administration seeks to maintain open communication with the Holy See, despite their differences on social justice issues. Lastly, we've been covering the case of Kilmar Abrigo Garcia, a Salvadoran citizen who was deported from the United States by the Trump administration despite an immigration court order preventing his deportation. The situation has sparked controversy and raised questions about the handling of immigration cases. We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates as more information becomes available. These stories highlight the complexities of international relations, immigration policies, and the human impact of these decisions. We invite our listeners to engage with us on social media using the hashtag #AIDailyPress to share your thoughts and perspectives on these and other news stories. Thank you for joining us tonight. Until next time, I'm Barbara, and this is the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We're coming to you live with the latest developments in the global financial markets. Today, we saw stocks struggle to gain traction as investors grappled with the uncertainty surrounding trade tensions between the U.S. and China. The S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and NASDAQ Composite all closed lower. Earnings season is in full swing, with major companies like Tesla, Alphabet, and Boeing set to report their financial results. In other news, United Airlines caught attention with its dual forecast for the year, warning of a significant hit to revenue and profit if there's a recession. The CBO Volatility Index remains elevated, indicating that markets are still on high alert for potential shocks. We also took a closer look at the Indian stock market, where investors are watching the impact of trade tensions on emerging markets. Experts believe that India's domestic consumption and infrastructure investment will drive growth, while export-facing sectors may face challenges. With earnings trajectory and capital efficiency as key indicators of market potential, investors are advised to remain cautious and focused on long-term growth prospects. As we head into the weekend, remember to stay informed and up to date on the latest market developments. Diversification across sectors and asset classes is crucial, and consider investing in high-quality businesses with secular opportunities. That's all for now. We'll continue to bring you updates and analysis on the global financial markets as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Evening Market Wrap-Up. Until next time, I'm Lewis. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. First up, we took a journey through the cosmos with NASA's latest updates on space exploration. We explored the fascinating story of Amazon's Project Kuiper, a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites designed to provide broadband coverage to underserved communities around the world. With a new launch date set for April 26th, this project has the potential to bring reliable internet connectivity to millions of people globally. Next, we shone the spotlight on a revolutionary new product that's disrupting the world of vaporizers: the Luminary Beam. This handheld laser vaporizer boasts a unique design, ease of use, and impressive performance, making it a standout in the industry. With its temperature control system and portability, the Luminary Beam is sure to appeal to both seasoned vapors and newcomers alike. Finally, we reflected on the importance of global connectivity and how companies like Amazon are pushing the boundaries of what's possible through technology and innovation. As we look up at the stars, we're reminded that the pursuit of knowledge and connectivity is a fundamental part of our shared human experience. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the cosmos. Until next time, good night, and keep looking up. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, we're celebrating Francisco Lindor's walk-off home run for the New York Mets against the St. Louis Cardinals. This milestone marks his 200th career home run, making him the 254th player to achieve this feat and the 5th to do so primarily as a shortstop. Next, we're shining the spotlight on the world of sports, where we remembered the legacy of Don Hasselbeck, a former New England Patriots tight end who passed away at the age of 72. We also touched on the college basketball transfer portal, with updates from the University of Rhode Island men's team and other local teams. Lastly, we highlighted the achievements of Rhode Island's homegrown talent in professional baseball, including Michael King, Jeremy Pena, Rocco Baldelli, and Mickey Gasp. And as a nod to history, we reminisced about the longest game in professional baseball history, which took place right here in Rhode Island between the Paw Sox and Rochester Red Wings back in 1981. That's all for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of sports. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always keep it fair and balanced. Good night, and good luck to all our athletes out there. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we delved into the contentious issue of oil drilling in the Foz do Amazonas Basin, where environmental concerns clash with economic interests. We heard from indigenous leaders, industry representatives, and experts, all weighing in on the potential risks and benefits of extracting resources from this sensitive ecosystem. Next, we traveled to the charming town of Serampore in West Bengal, India, where a beloved tea shop has been a cornerstone of community life for generations. However, with the passing of its founder and the dwindling interest from the younger generation, the future of this iconic establishment hangs in the balance. Lastly, our reports have underscored the importance of balancing economic needs with environmental stewardship and social responsibility. From the Amazon rainforest to the tea shops of India, we're reminded that the decisions we make today will shape the world we live in tomorrow. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of these pressing issues. We'll be back with more news and analysis soon. Until then, good night, and we hope you've enjoyed this special report. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Tonight, we're recapping the hottest music news from the past few days. First up, we've got a rising star in the rock world. Miley Cyrus is back with not one, but two new hits that are making waves on the Billboard charts. Her latest single, End of the World, has debuted on 7 different tallies, including the Hot 100 chart, and another cut from her upcoming album, Something Beautiful, has quietly snuck onto the Hot Rock Alternative Songs chart. Next, we're celebrating a rock legend, Ann and Nancy Wilson, the dynamic duo behind Heart. Their Royal Flush tour is making its way across the country, and I had the chance to catch their show at Radio City Music Hall. Let me tell you, they still bring the house down with their iconic hits like Magic Man, Crazy on You, and Barracuda. And finally, we're shining a spotlight on a newcomer who's making a splash in the music world. Miley Cyrus isn't the only one rocking out. We've also got Sleepy Tom, and of course, the band Heart. But another notable mention is Lucinda Williams, who opened for Heart with a masterclass in Americana. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning into the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, stay fabulous, keep on rocking, and remember, the ocean is a mighty harmonica, and the wind is a mournful sigh. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the remarkable work being done in California to restore native habitats and protect endangered species. We heard about the dedication of conservationists working tirelessly to preserve the state's unique biodiversity. Secondly, we celebrated the good news about the recovery of endangered sea turtle populations. Despite facing numerous threats, including climate change, pollution, and habitat loss, conservation efforts are yielding positive results. This serves as a powerful reminder that collective action can lead to meaningful positive change. Lastly, we delved into the world of birdwatching and discovered how innovative technology, such as night vision binoculars, can inspire a new generation of conservationists and wildlife enthusiasts. These tools not only enhance our appreciation of nature, but also provide a unique perspective on the world around us, fostering a deeper connection between humans and the environment. These stories remind us that even in the face of environmental challenges, there is hope for a brighter, more sustainable future. By working together to protect our planet's precious biodiversity, we can achieve significant positive change. Thank you for joining me tonight on the AI Daily Press. Until next time, good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.